believe me, people find it sexy. And can't nobody make me feel bad. I mean, come on, you're going to get a date. It's therapy. 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 Okay? Hello. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. My name is Flavorbomb Nudie. And I have a mustache. Yes, I have a mustache. Not necessarily at this time, but it'll be here in like 2 or 3 days. Yeah, it's gonna come back. Yeah. Flavorbomb Nudie, why do you keep having a mustache? Wait, Flavorbomb Nudie, why do you keep having a mustache every 2 or 3 days, right? So I keep having a reoccurring mustache every 2 or 3 days. I'm sorry, this is not a funny video. I'm trying to help women out there with mustaches. Because I really have one. If you see the topic, it's PCOS. This is very serious. This is a very serious condition that affects millions of women around the world. I'm one of them. It affected me. As you see, I'm suffering. I have suffered before when I didn't know what it was. Okay, so PCO, this is a condition. It's a hormonal condition that affects women, where your hormones are off, right? The estrogen, the testosterone, it's off. Your levels are off. And it can affect your fertility, right? Now, as I've stated before, I've had a child before, but he only stayed alive for 30 minutes, okay? But I've not since then had children. And I was experiencing some symptoms. And so I went to the doctor and they ran my blood and everything. And they're like, okay, you're not infertile, but it seems that you have the symptoms of PCOS, right? But because I was like, wait a minute. There's supposed to be cysts on your ovaries, right? So they put the dye into the tubes and everything. And I looked on the screen. I was like, do I have cysts? And she was like, oh, no, you actually don't have cysts. And she explained some more doctor stuff on there. So maybe I don't have it to that extent, right? But I have it, right? And I haven't had children since. And I'll tell you though, here's the thing about that. Every relationship I've ever been in, I'm not in them anymore. So that would mean I would have at least like 4 or 5 kids. And so I actually believe in a good way that it's one of the best things that could ever happen to me. Especially my life was so destabilized that I just didn't need those kids like I thought I would have needed. That's one of the best things I actually have going for myself is not having kids. But sometimes as a woman, I can't help but to feel othered, right? Because I'm not a mom. But as the time goes on, I've grown into not being a mom. So let's get back to this mustache, right? So this can be very embarrassing. There can be a lot of shame. As you can see that I suffer from the shame. I actually don't suffer from the shame because I just get a razor, I shave it, and then I just put some concealer on. I'm out the door, right? Sometimes, this is a true story. Like a few days ago, I was having a row, words particularly. And I demanded to be apologized to. I said, how dare you? You apologize to me right now. And the person smirked and they apologized, but I could see that they thought something was very funny. So I was like, I wonder what's so funny. So I looked in the mirror and I hadn't shaved my mustache. So I find it a little comical, a little funny. As you may know if you've watched some of my other videos, I am bisexual. I've had girls tell me, ooh, grow it, I like it, right? And Flavorbomb Nudie is kind of freaky. So I embrace my masculine side and my feminine side. So nobody can really like embarrass me or like make a big deal out of it. It won't affect me that way. I don't want it to affect you that way. You see what I mean? Take your power back. We were taught that kids were mean and they were bullies in school. But as an adult, do you realize how many bullies it is? They try to make you feel bad about things you cannot control. Like, yeah, I can shave it. I can control it. But I can't, if I don't have access to a razor, Flavorbomb Nudie gonna have a whole mustache and a little goatee. You gonna see it. I can't control that. For somebody to make fun of something like that, that's what I was talking about. Like somebody to make fun of your long ball. If you haven't seen long ball video, that's
that people are making fun of your extra long ball
video. You go reference that. Things that you cannot control, man. You're born with this skin. You were born with this hair. You know what I mean? And that's the greatest love of all is learning to love yourself. You know how sad and that crazy that looks like? Millions, billions of people love Michael Jackson, right? We all love Michael Jackson. Love him to death. But when he looked in the mirror, he just wasn't feeling it. He couldn't feel and see the beauty in him. You see how he looked when he departed. That's what I mean, the greatest love of all. You can't get it from a child. You can't get it from a dog. You got to feel it in yourself. You got to learn to love that image. I have a huge gap between my teeth. I have a wide, flat nose. You got to learn how to love this. And I'm telling you, you'll be light years ahead of everybody else, man. Because like I said, you see Mike, Whitney Houston, I love her song, The Greatest Love of All, a little short story. She went to I think it was the BET Awards, right? And the African American community, they booed her because they said that she was like a pop artist, right? She was too white, right? And she wasn't black enough. They booed her. And she was humiliated. She didn't know that's how the black community felt about her. She had been on top for so long. And so Bobby Brown got up there and he won the award for something. I don't know, for my prerogative, right? But he was the new artist, whatever. And she saw how everybody clapped for him, right? And she started her spirit, take her out of her body. Her spirit wanted what Bobby had, the acceptance of the black community. Bobby wanted what Whitney had. Right? That pop over. That universal appeal to crossover. They wanted what each other had. Whitney went down after that. Did she ever get the acceptance from the African American community? Did it ever fucking matter? That's what I'm saying. You can be a Whitney Houston. You can be a Michael Jackson. But if you have not accepted yourself, man, people will tear you down. You'll be under literal scalpels, knives. You'll be popping pills. You'll be shooting it up in your arm. You'll be drinking yourself to death. The bullies, they never go away. That's a lie when you grew up, that they were going to stop acting like that. Adults are it's grotesque. And nobody will stand up for you because they're too scared that somebody will start picking on them. Man, take your power back. Don't let nobody make fun of you for nothing. Because it won't matter how much money you have. It won't matter how beautiful you are. If you have not learned to love yourself and accept yourself, that really is the greatest love of all. You can have as many dogs and kids as you want. Those kids are going to go to school and have friends and grow up and leave you and fall in love with somebody else. Your dog is an animal. Love yourself. And so, back to the mustache, right? And so I know this can be really shameful and embarrassing to women. Women don't. And therapy, right? Because one just does not just look into the mirror and just be like, unless you're just like a narcissist, right? And you're just like, oh, I love you. Oh, right? Especially if society isn't pushing your image, telling you that's what's beautiful. It's really hard. It's going to be hard. And even if society is telling you you're beautiful. If you look in the mirror and you don't see it, the supermodels, some of the most beautiful women in the world, they don't believe it. The thinnest women in the world, they can't see how much weight they lost. They don't believe it. learn to love yourself. I'm telling you, you're going to be light years ahead of everybody else. People are going to be so jealous of you. Not because you got all the money. Not because you're the most beautiful person in the world. Not because you went to Harvard. When they find out you actually love yourself, they're going to be trying to figure out, how the fuck did you do that? People don't do that. It's rare. That's why you got to have the big house, the car, all those kids, all those dogs to mask that. You a bad motherfucker if you love yourself. For real, for real. Like you can pass a lie detector test. You love yourself. And Flavorbomb Nudie loves her humongous clitoris. She loves her big areolas, the gap in between her teeth, the wide nose, the mustache. Not so much. Sometimes it's itchy though. It be itchy. I don't be like, oh, I got a mustache, I love it. I be like, oh, here come the mustache. But it's a little sexy, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know, when that's another video. That's another video. So I have something for you guys. Because I'm love yourself, right? So I have something for you guys, and I'm gonna do it for you, okay? And ladies, I hope that I wasn't too silly, because I'm just a silly person. If you know, Flavorbomb Nudie is silly. I be so silly, but I'm dead ass, man. Do not let these people make fun of you. I mean, believe me, people find it sexy, and can't nobody make me feel bad. I mean, come on, you're gonna get a date. It's therapy. Okay, so here we go. I got something for you.
So hot right now.
Boom, boom. See what I mean? See, I shave this off. You see what I'm saying? See what we're doing? Self-love, see? I got a big forehead. See? That's all face. Giving you face, baby. Giving you Flavorbomb face. Huh? Love yourself, man. Don't let the world do it to you. It'll pull you down. You'll lose your mind. You got to love yourself. Mwah, mwah, mwah. You see what I mean? It's the greatest love of all. All right? And you know what? I'm actually lactose intolerant, but I love this shirt. It's milky. Mwah, mwah, mwah.